Dayton, all off season, we've been talking about these transfers that come in, and Aiden Williams and Trey Harris and Zakari and all these guys. Do you feel like you're being underrated, and what do you see your role as with this team?
I don't really mind. Last year I was in a similar spot. You know, I came in, I walked on. Media wasn't giving me no attention, no anything like that. So it ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is. We got at the end of the day, we got to put the ball down, and players make plays. So I don't really put too much thought into it. I just play ball.
One of the leaders in that wide receiver group. What have you seen from Braylon? He was just in here a minute ago. What have you seen from him in terms of his development over the last year or so?
So he really kind of hit every point. Really, playmaking ability, everything when it comes to playing ball, he had it. It was just the small things, you know, beating yourself up, knowing what to do, the too much thinking. You know, game speed and real speed is totally different. Like you go out on the track, you can run 10-1 and be sliding, but you get on the football field, you running slow. You like, dang, what's going on? It's because you don't really understand what's going on in the game. So for basically what he was saying was his game speed has increased. You know what I'm saying? That comes with knowing what to do, and then with him being able to play multiple positions, it made it even better because you got a understanding of the whole field versus just partially of what you're doing.
What does it mean for guys like Braylon and even JJ and Jalen who are kind of upping their reps and getting time, especially with Jordan kind of dealing with something not in the mix right now, to the depth of the room? How do you feel that is this year, maybe even compared to last season?
Last year, it would have been like, oh man, like you really need like we can't afford that right now. But not saying like, oh yeah, we can afford injuries because nobody wants injuries or anything. You know what I'm saying? But like at this point, it's like okay, we cool. We got somebody. We got the next man up mentality. You know what I'm saying? So for the time being, it helps the younger guys, the guys who don't really get that much reps or anything. It helps them get reps so they can better understand the offense and give them more of an opportunity to play and whatnot. And that puts luckily Jay Watt he a vet, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't really too much he really missing out on. So we just need to get him healthy, you know what I'm saying? So it just gives everybody like others more opportunities to show what they can do.
What's it been like watching Aiden Williams kind of shine over the?
Great. Like for him to come in and move and do the things that he do, you know what I'm saying? You know, well from a player perspective, sometimes it get repetitive going against the same people over and over and over again, and you keep beating them, and it's like, but you go out there, you win it, and it's like you get you a few sons out there, you know what I'm saying? You become a big dog. He put his imprint early, you know what I'm saying? I like that about him. Like he a great ball player, and he don't got a big head, you know what I'm saying? He always willing to learn. He wanna observe. Like he a true receiver, you know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing about him.
I noticed you were in here while he was talking about AJ Brown coming and speak to you guys. Were you here for that as well? And did
Yeah,
that kind of resonate with you?
yeah, he spoke with us like as a receiver group, and they had their individual talk. But I was kind of already in that mindset, you know, coming from the things that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been working for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I already knew, like head down, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want it, it ain't. It ain't gonna happen like this for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's story different. You know what I'm saying? So if your story take a little more grit, then go get it. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if this was something that we asked you in the spring or not, but it seemed like, last year, although the losses piled up, it seemed like you were playing your best ball outside. Just kind of what worked so well for you personally toward the end of last year, and, guess what exactly from that has really carried over to this time around? Is it just being part of this offense for as long as you have?
You talking about like production and whatnot? I feel as though like earlier in the season, I wasn't really, they wasn't really sure about me, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get recruited to come here, you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't really paying too much attention to me. They was just paying attention to like what they brought aboard. But then when I start showing up in film and whatnot, coaches do their job. They watch film. They like, oh, hold on, we might have us one, you know what I'm saying? So as the season progressed, they start seeing like, okay, we can use him way more, you know what I'm saying? So I would say like towards the end of the season, they like, okay, these are his strengths, you know what I'm saying? So let's play towards his strengths and then like try to exploit his strengths now. So right now, I say we're on the verge of just like exploiting what I'm good at, you know what I'm saying? Put me in positions to win, like things like that.
How would you assess your camp so far? What are some things you're excelling at? What are some things you still need to work on?
So whatever. I've been paying out wide, you know what I'm saying? I was at the 1 and the 4, you know what I'm saying? But this week they just was like, hey, go in the slot, you know what I'm saying? So I've been in the slot, so that's just been a transition for me. It's not complicated or anything. Like I understand the playbook, I know the plays and whatnot. It's just going back and forth. Like out wide one play, then I'll be in the slot one play, then I'll be out wide one play. So it's just like I'm thinking, not thinking, well, yeah, I'm thinking a lot. My mind I gotta be quick. You know what I'm saying? And then with being a leader, and then having like younger guys and new players on the field, I gotta communicate with them too, so we'll all be on the same page. So, thing I could say I could get better at is I could be more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Efficient with understanding what's going on, and like I could be quicker. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to analyzing things, seeing the defense and things like that, to make my job easier, so I won't just have to out athlete everybody. I can just go back to outsmart, outwit. You know what I'm saying?
And for the whole room, what has Derek Nick kind of been pushing as the room as a whole just to work on and get better at?
As a whole, we don't really we kind of go day by day. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we say one day we like, you dropping the ball. We had absurd amount of drops today. Then that's gonna be a point of emphasis. Like, okay, say we missing blocks. We ain't holding on to our blocks too long. That's gonna be a point of emphasis the next day. So we kind of do it like that. We don't really just be like, and of course our motto, we call ourselves playmakers. So we gonna make plays. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we just try to clean up the little things so they don't come back and bite us later on down the road. Appreciate y'all.